I let my husband eat microwave leftovers at our anniversary dinner after he forgot to make a reservation for the third year in a row. Our first anniversary, Marcus forgot completely. I found out at 6 p.m. when I came downstairs in the dress I'd bought for the occasion, and he was on the couch in his work clothes, still scrolling his phone. He looked up and I watched it register on his face, this oh no expression, and he jumped up and started making calls. I sat in the kitchen for 25 minutes, listening to him get put on hold and leave voicemails. We ended up at a chain steakhouse you can see from the highway. We waited almost an hour for a table. I ordered the salmon and smiled through the entire dinner, and he apologized so many times I started keeping count somewhere around 11. I told him it was fine. He was just forgetful. It didn't mean anything. Year 2, I reminded him twice. Once a couple weeks out and once the Sunday before. Both times he said he had it. Stop worrying. Our anniversary is in September, a Thursday that year. I came home from work and he was on the couch in his sweats, watching a game. I didn't even have to ask. He does this specific thing when he knows he messed up and is hoping you won't notice. Eyes just slightly off to the side, body a little too relaxed. He said something came up at work he'd been meaning to call. It just got away from him. I went to the bedroom and sat on the edge of the bed in my work clothes for a while. I didn't say much. We ordered pizza, watched TV, and he apologized all night until I said it was fine enough times that he believed me, and I stopped meaning it somewhere around 9 p.m. and just went to sleep. In January, I sat him down at the kitchen table. I said, Marcus, I'm not doing the reservation thing again. I need you to handle this yourself. One dinner somewhere nice, that is the entire ask. He reached over and put his hand on mine and said, I hear you, I've got it. I watched the months go by and didn't say a single word. Not once. Not in the spring. Not when September started and not the week before. I'd already decided I wasn't going to scramble this time, and I think some part of me just needed to let it be whatever it was going to be. The 14th, I took the afternoon off and got my hair blown out at the salon I never bother with. Came home and put on the blue wrap dress I'd bought back in March specifically for this dinner. Spent 40 minutes on my makeup. I was sitting on the couch with a glass of water at 5 p.m. when Marcus got home from work. He kissed my cheek and said happy anniversary and headed to the bedroom to change. I waited. He came back out in jeans and a Henley. I said, what time did you book for? He stopped in the middle of the living room. I watched it go across his face. The pause, the quick calculation, and then that same expression. Year 1, year 2, same expression, just slightly older. He started explaining. There was this project. It had been insane. He kept meaning to call. We could still go somewhere right now. He'd look right now. There had to be somewhere with a table available. He was already pulling out his phone. I said, put that down. He looked up. I said, it's okay. Sit down for a second. He lowered his phone slowly, like he was trying to figure out whether this was forgiveness or something else. Honestly, I wasn't completely sure yet either. I went to the kitchen. We had leftover chicken stir fry in the fridge from Tuesday night. I took out the container and scooped it onto 2 of the good plates, the ones we registered for when we got engaged and almost never use. Put them in the microwave one at a time, while the second one was heating. I went to the cabinet above the fridge and found the 2 white taper candles and the holders I'd gotten for a dinner party 3 years ago. Brought them to the dining room table. Got out the cloth napkins from the drawer, the ones we only use when people are coming over. Set everything properly. Candles lit, napkins folded. I poured myself a full glass of the good Bordeaux we'd been saving since Christmas. I poured him a glass of water from the tap. He stood in the doorway the whole time watching me. At one point he said, you don't have to do all this. I didn't answer. I carried the plates over and sat down. He sat across from me. He looked at the plate, then at the candles, then at me. He said, I'm really sorry. I know I picked up my fork. I said, this is your anniversary dinner. He went quiet. The candles were already dripping wax down the sides a little. I ate and drank my wine. He sat across from me in the candlelight and didn't touch his food for a solid minute. He said, you're not gonna say anything else? I looked at him across the table, the 2 candles between us, his plate of 3-day-old chicken going cold. I said, I think you've already heard everything I have to say about this. He ate every bite.